Hi everyone, and welcome to your next destination webinar. My name is Debbie Monk and I'm the New Zealand Sales Manager for Princess Cruises. And today we've got a few fantastic destinations to talk to you about. This is, of course, the Caribbean, Mexico, and west coast of USA. These have always been extremely popular cruise destinations, but definitely up and coming in this market. So let's start off with the Caribbean. So, of course, this is a fantastic place to visit if you love the sun, the sea, the surf. You can explore your white sand beaches, crystal clear waters. There's ancient treasures of the Mayans, but of course, you can just let your cares melt away in the relaxing steel drum melodies. So, there's two distinct seasons in the Caribbean, each with a personality of its own. So, the dry season, December to May. This is Temperatures are a little bit lower at this part of the year, but of course it is peak season and the Caribbean is in full swing. Your average temperature is between 21 and 29 degrees. Then, of course, we've got the wet season, which is June to November. These are quieter months, and the temperatures are much higher than during this summer, and of course, the average temperatures are 27 to 32 degrees Celsius. Now, Princess does cover the entire Caribbean. As you can see on the right hand side of the screen there is fantastic destinations to visit. We visit Bahamas, Eastern, Western and Southern. So visiting over 28 destinations. We've got one private island and offering 4 departure ports. These ports are Boston, Fort Lauderdale, Galveston, New York, and Port Canaveral. So the departures can be booked with transfers through Princess. From Fort Lauderdale, you're looking at about a 30-minute transfer. From Miami, it's 1.5 hours. So, of course, it is a little bit different between the two Florida ports. So let's just start a little bit and get you excited about the Caribbean with this little video. Let's try that again. Well, Well, that is a fantastic way to start with this Caribbean presentation. So let's have a look at a few of the itineraries that we do have for 24 and 25. These are departing year round, so your clients have many choices ranging from 4 nights to 8 nights. on the left hand side there. So you've got your Eastern Caribbean with St. Kitts as well, St. Martin, San Juan, and the Dominican Republic. You've also got some slightly longer options. Again, these are departing year round as well, between 10 and 14 nights. And it's the Eastern Adventurer. So the Eastern Caribbean is quite different to the other areas of the Caribbean. These are primarily, I guess, governed by your Antilles. So it's a little bit different, very bright, some great itineraries there for you to explore. Also, we've got the Western Caribbean. So these are again on the left hand side, departing year round between 4 and 8 nights. You've got the options of it including Bahamas, Mexico, and Cozumel. So there's some great options there as well. And then on the other side, we've got departing January, some 10 and 11 night options. Leaving from Galveston. So there's lots of different options for the Eastern and the Western. For those of you that do like the longer cruises, we do have some fantastic 8 to 15 nights departing year round for Southern Caribbean, and also the Circle Caribbean as well, which sees some fantastic islands. The Southern Caribbean is very different again. It is quite English, so there's a lot of English influence in the Southern Caribbean. Then of course you've got your 20-day Caribbean Explorer leaving from Fort Lauderdale, which anyone that wants to go to the Caribbean, this is the one that you'll see as much as you possibly can, and this also departs year round. So, of course, with the Caribbean, there's so many different shore excursions that someone can book. You've got the Mayan ruins, you've got a whole lot of water sports, snorkeling, scenic boat trips, there's hiking, there's zip lines, there's animal encounters with stingrays, dolphins, there's catamarans, there's all sorts of things. Anything that anyone would want to do, you can actually do in the Caribbean. Here are some more options for shore excursions as well. You've got the Mayan ruins as well as a lot of beach experiences. One of my favorite actually is the Dunn River Falls in Jamaica. That's a fantastic shore excursion where you actually walk up a waterfall, which is quite different to anything that you can do here. So let's move on to the Mexican Riviera. So this has been, I guess, where Princess started in Mexico, and it's always been extremely popular for cruises. So on a Mexico cruise, you can do whatever you want to do. Visit ports along the Mexican Riviera, and you've got such a diverse culture there with festive flavors, and also it is very warm. So Mexico for Princess, again, we can do a lot of options for this area. We've got 7 destinations. We've been award-winning in Mexico for many, many years. And there's also some options for overnight ports. So as you can see there, we've been in Mexico for 60 years. We know it very, very well. Also, you've got options of departures between Los Angeles and San Francisco. And of course, from there, it's easy to add on any USA holiday through local connections and everything like that. So let's just start with a little bit of a video about Mexico. So that's a little bit about Mexico as well. Oh, let's go back to this. So we've got, as you can see from the video, there's absolutely fantastic food and culinary delights in Mexico. You've got world-class entertainment. And of course, all of our ships up in Mexico do have medallion class. So we've got 6 ships sailing. And we have been awarded, as I mentioned, the best cruises in Mexico. It's a great multi-generational cruise as well, because a lot of these are a little bit shorter. So let's move on to some of the options. So the 5 to 7 nights are departing October to April. You've got your Cabo San Lucas getaway and also your 7-night Mexican Riviera. The 7-night Mexican Riviera is definitely our most popular cruise in this area. It takes 3 fantastic ports in Cabo San Lucas, Mazatlan and Puerto Vallarta. Then you've got your slightly longer cruises, so your 10 to 14 nights. Again, this is departing October to April. We've got a 10-night in the Baja Peninsula, 11-night Mexican Riviera, and our 14-night 60th anniversary Mexican Riviera voyage, which will definitely be one not to miss. So a little bit about the Mexico weather. So it is cruising all year round, well, most of it anyway. The dry season, we've got November to April. So this is peak season, so you'll probably find that it is quite busy and the temperatures are slightly lower, averaging 29 to 30 degrees, even though that's still quite warm. The wet season, May to October, so these are the quieter months in the Mexican Riviera, and the temperatures are slightly higher, but of course still quite warm at 30 to 32 degrees. So there's a whole range again of shore excursions that you can take part in Mexico. You've got your Mayan ruins, you've got a lot of water sports, scenic boat trips, animal encounters. The parrots are fantastic in Mexico, I do have to say. There's a fantastic shore excursion that goes into one of the parrot sanctuaries, which is absolutely brilliant because they are so tame and they come up and talk to you and all sorts of things. Lots of animal encounter options. You've got cave swimming. You can obviously sail through the rock, which is a very similar shore excursion to one that we can do in New Zealand as well. But of course in Mexico it's a whole lot more exciting. Snorkeling, boat trips and a lot of wildlife. So that's a little bit about Mexico. So let's move on to the west coast of the USA. So this is a great coastal option, especially for those that don't like open sea sailing, but of course want to go a little bit further afield. So this is on the Pacific Northwest, and it's from the rolling hills of California to the mountains. The coastline is dotted with modern and charming towns that are absolutely full of personality. Real highlight for this, of course, would be sailing under the Golden Gate Bridge. So we've got quite a few options and we do visit over 9 destinations. We've got short getaway options, wine country, and of course longer Californian itineraries. We have been voted the best cruises of the West Coast as well, and we've got some exclusive partnerships that do have in those itineraries, and some inside scoops on some of the Hollywood entertainment industry as well. So of course we offer some fantastic shore excursions with partners of Discovery Channel and the Animal Planet. So again, sometimes the best way to find a little bit more about the destination is a short video. So here we go. So that's a little bit about the west coast of the USA. So we have, as you can see from the video, there's culinary delights and world-class entertainment. All of our 9 amazing ships that are sailing in this region do have the Medallion class. You've got Broadway-style entertainment and shore excursions crafted to immerse you into this area. So a few of the itineraries leaving from Los Angeles, you've got 2 to 5 nights departing year-round, which is your Pacific coastal cruising, taking into San Diego and Ensenada, which is fantastic. There is also a 5-night West Coast option leaving from San Diego and also San Francisco. Then you've got your slightly longer cruises, again departing year-round, leaving from LA, and you've got between 6 and 11 nights there. Pacific wine country, this is a fantastic itinerary for anyone that enjoys a great red wine, because California is obviously very well known for its red wines and its whites. Any wine, that's great. Also, you've got your themed cruise as well, which is a wine country, so that would be a fantastic option for those clients that do love visiting wineries. So as talking about wineries, of course, there is some fantastic shore excursions available on the coastal cruises. You've got your nature and your wildlife. You've got great historical landmarks. Also, there's some Hollywood stardom shore excursions where you can try and see some celebrities, culinary delights, and also some fantastic nature and wildlife. So with the onboard experience for Princess, so we do have incredible itineraries, as you've just seen, 3 different destinations there, personalized service and unmatched value. So matter whether you're a very loyal passenger and have made it to elite status, or your first time cruiser, of course we offer a premium experience for all travelers. We have over 330 destinations around the globe, and of course we have 16 ships in service now. So a couple of the features on board Princess, we do have the luxury bed. So many people actually want to take this bed home. It is absolutely fantastic. We've got Lotus Spa, we've got our adults only sanctuary retreat, and of course we've got freshwater pools and hot tubs. Not to mention the onboard experience of our Broadway style productions. We've got fantastic kids and teens clubs, culinary enrichment shows, and also movies under the stars. With the Medallion class, all of our ships are Medallion class now, so for those of you that haven't had the opportunity to experience this, it is absolutely fantastic. We've won awards for technology, its true connectivity, touchless experience, and unrivaled service. So what we have is that little medallion, for those of you that aren't familiar with it, has replaced the cruise card. Not only does it get you on and off the ship and in and out of your cabin and purchasing on board, but you can actually do all sorts of things with the app, as I'm sure hopefully most of you know about now. With the dining options, we do have unparalleled inclusions. We've got casual and pop-up venues, and we've also got our fantastic specialty dining experiences. So there's a range of dining options to suit any passenger and any client, and it also reflects the flavors from the different destinations around the world. So let's just go into the dining a little bit. So your included dining, which is included in your standard cruise fare, you've got 24/7 complimentary options. You've got laid back and formal choices, ship-wide venues, you've got takeaways, and it's included in all fare types. Your casual dining, so this is a variety of venues on different ships. Not every ship has the same options, but you have an a la carte and also fixed prices. 2 of these casual dining experiences are included in Princess Plus, and Unlimited is included in your Princess Premier. Then, of course, we've got our specialty dining. Again, it's a variety of venues with different hours. The restaurants do vary by ship, and it's a set cover charge per guest. So depending on what ship and what restaurant you're on, completely depends on the charge for this specialty dining. 2 of these are included in your Princess Premier, which is always a great option. Experiential dining. Now this is fine dining. This is limited numbers per cruise. It's a set cover charge. It's a kind of full evening immersive dining experience, but just be aware that these do sell out quickly. You can't pre-book them before your cruise. So of course, if your clients are very interested in this type of dining, it's always best to book it the first night that you get on board. So just to have a little bit of, I guess, a table to show what is included. As you can see, there's a lot of the options aren't available on every ship, but of course our main dining room, our marketplace, and the afternoon tea, all no charge and included in your fare, and it's fleet wide. And then there's a range of different options on different ships. So of course make sure that your clients are aware of what's available in the complimentary dining. When we move on to the casual dining, again, it is definitely changes between each ship. Probably Alfredo's and Gigi's are on most of our ships, and also Vine's wine bar, but of course the others are kind of scattered between the different ships. Sun and Star dining venues and prices aren't displayed on here, obviously because the Sun is a brand new ship, but she has so many different dining options. It's fantastic. Your specialty dining for the different ships as well. So the Sabatini's is available on almost all ships, as well as the Crown Grill, but we've got some specialty that are only available on a couple of the ships, which is fantastic. And then of course you've got your experiential dining, as I mentioned, only available on a few ships. The balcony and breakfast dinner is available on most of the ships as well, and again the Sun and Star dining venues for this, because there's some fantastic dining venues that are exclusive to the Sun and the Star, are not included in this yet. So just to give you, I guess, a picture of what it looks like. So we've got Alfredo's Pizzeria. The chef's table is one of our experiential dining options, which is absolutely fantastic. Sabatini's has been the most popular of our specialty dining since we started, and of course the ultimate balcony dining is fantastic experience, especially on a scenic cruising evening or something like that, that you just want to sit back and enjoy your balcony. So moving on to the packages, we do have 2 packages available other than your standard cruise fare. We've got Princess Plus and we've got Princess Premier. So it's 65 Australian dollars per day per person. You can get the Plus, and 95 per person Australian dollars per day. You can get the Princess Premier. Now this is an absolutely fabulous packages for your clients. With some of the prices on board going up, it definitely makes it better value. Now I know that a lot of people do think, well, I'm not a big drinker, I'm not going to get my money's worth, but even if you just have a couple of alcoholic drinks a day with your coffees, your bottles of water, your Wi-Fi, everything like that, with your Ocean Now, which is your on-demand meal service and room service included in the Plus, this definitely makes it worthwhile. You don't even have to be a big drinker. With the Premier, if you've got clients that don't particularly like eating all the time in the main dining restaurant or at marketplace, this is a really good option for them, with the fact that it's got unlimited casual dining. So it means they don't have to worry how many times they eat in the casual dining venues. It's always going to be included in the package. So our staterooms on board, luxury amenities, extensive stateroom range, and of course we have fantastic cabin stewards, and they offer very attentive service. So let's have a look at a few of the options. So we've got our interior. So this is your lead-in cabin. Now it's not as small as a lot of people do think, but of course it is a good option for those budget conscious clients. Our ocean view is not available on all of the ships, but you will have what's called a large picture window, as you see there. But on some of our ships also there is a bay window option, which has like a small seat in front of it, so it gives the client somewhere else to sit. Our balconies are our most popular stateroom options, because of course you've got your private balcony. I would definitely suggest a balcony at least for any itinerary that does have scenic cruising days. We do have mini suites as well, which is available, which is 50% bigger than a standard balcony. So your clients will get an extra 50% space. And then, of course, we have our suites. So many different suites options. We've got 2-bedroom suites, we've got full suites, we've got sky suites. So, but just be aware, we've got penthouse suites, we've got owner suites. These do sell out quite quickly. So if you do have clients that do prefer that extra bit of space, make sure that they do book early, because the earlier the better. So just moving on to a few of our sales tools that are available for the agents, if that's going to change. There we go. So of course we have our Future Cruise deposit program. So this used to be really, really popular. It has kind of dropped off a little bit, but do speak to your clients about it. It is a fabulous program and they can't actually lose. So for a $100 deposit per person when they're on board, they can get up to $150 onboard credit depending on the length of the cruise that they book and the category that they book. It's valid for 12 months. It's combinable with any campaign that's running, and also if they don't book within the 12 months, it is fully refundable. So the clients do not lose at all with this program. I have had a few people ask whether clients can use onboard credit for a Future Cruise deposit. The answer to that is no, unfortunately, because if the clients don't book within the 12 months and we need to refund it, we need to refund it to somewhere. And unfortunately, we can't refund it to a folio or shipboard account that closed 12 months previously. So that's why it has to be a credit card payment. Also, you've got cruise sale weeks, which can be set up by the owner of your Polar logins. This is fantastic to get that exclusivity. It's valid for 7 days. Marketing is available. It's combinable with any campaign. You've got 50% reduced deposits on 3 nights or more, and up to an extra $50 onboard credit per person. So that is for any cruise that's booked during that cruise sale week. So if you're doing a little bit of a marketing promotion, set up a cruise sale week, and of course it has the urgency that it has to be booked within that 7-day period. We've also got select sailings in groups. Again, this is set up in Polar. You can have 1 select sailing per ship per month. The amenity points that are used for this can be up to 75 onboard credit. There's also a lot of different options that you can do. There's no deposits for up to 64 beds. Again, there's lots of marketing available on OneSource, and it is combinable with any campaign that's running at the moment. With the groups, it's a little bit different because we do hold allocation for that. But again, your amenity points can be used to set up whatever extras you want to add to the booking. And of course, we've got our Princess Upgrade, which is a client bidding platform. So what happens is this opens 5 days after the final payment, and the clients can bid to upgrade. So you can go from a ocean view, and then you can bid for a balcony, a mini suite and a suite. The clients can choose how much they want to bid. Nothing happens unless it's been accepted. If it gets accepted, there is no change, so it will automatically upgrade them, and this is actually commissionable to you as well. So if they pay more, then of course the commission comes back to you. So it's a great program for the client. So this automatically happens. Doesn't mean there's space on the ship. It will automatically happen 5 days after full payment. So also about Princess Easy Year. So I just thought I'd talk a little bit about this. So we do have low prices with flexible fares and restricted fares. So you've got a choice. You can actually pick your departing and return flights independently. So of course, if the clients want to stay longer after their cruise or arrive earlier before their cruise, that can actually be arranged. We have a same day late arrival protection. So this is in case of any flight delays or cancellations. So again, if we always recommend to fly in a couple of days before your cruise, and because of flight delays and things like that. But if you've got clients that are adamant that they want to fly in on the day, this is a really good option because we have the protection if they do end up getting to the port that they need to a little bit late. Also, you can worry-free booking, so it can be changed up to 45 days prior to departure with no penalties at all. You've got 24/7 support, and also having your air and cruise arrangement in the one space is always absolutely fantastic. So I hope that that has covered a little bit for you today, because we try and help you guys out as much as we can, and hopefully you've actually learned something and can pass that on to your clients for future bookings. So of course, have a fantastic day, and hope to see all those bookings for Caribbean, Mexico and West Coast of USA coming through. Bye.